Hi guys, my name is Allanee Quick, and just a forewarning, I have strep throat, so if you guys are unable to hear me, that is why. The article I chose was Love and Heroin Don't Mix. It's an article on CNN. I chose this story because I am actively in the news as I work at a news department in production, so I'm constantly seeing news come in. And this one I thought was very interesting as I was just going online looking at CNN, Fox, all these different outlets of news, and this one just struck me because the title of it was Love and Heroin Don't Mix, How These Two Newlyweds Survived a Harrowing Marriage, or Romance. So it all started on September 15th, 2018 was when CNN actually covered it, but their story started 3 years before that in 2015. The couple, Brittany and Ryan, met one day because Ryan had sold Brittany heroin. They fought because Brittany said that Ryan cheated her about the heroin, and so they got in a big fight. She'd said some words that she didn't mean, and she ended up leaving. Well, later down the road, they both went to rehab. They both went through one session of rehab in different rehabilitation centers, and then they both failed to complete it, and so Ryan had said, "Hey, I'm gonna go for a drive to clear my head," and Brittany was like, "Okay, you should bring me some," because she knew what he was doing. And so on the second session of rehab, they had met again and fell in love. And they knew they had both seen each other before, but they didn't know from when. So a little bit of a backstory. Brittany was 14 years old whenever she started her road to drug addiction. She began smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol, thinking it wouldn't hurt her. But by the age of 18, she started using pain meds, and that is what led to her addiction. Ryan started smoking pot at the age of 14 as well. They both came from loving families. Ryan came from a military family, and Brittany came from a loving family as well. But they both did not feel like they fit in with their families, so that's why they said that they did drugs. Once they got to the same rehabilitation, like I said, they had ended up falling in love. I believe that this story would go well with health, aging, and relationships because of how drug addiction affects how long one lives. Overdosing can kill someone. Drug abuse can cause you to age faster than the normal person would. So like with heroin, you look tired, you look older, and all this stuff. So that's how drug addiction and aging go hand in hand. This affects both the biological ways of knowing and the psychological ways of knowing. It affects the biological ways of knowing because doing heroin, pain medication, smoking, marijuana is all going to leave a negative impact on one's health. You can overdose, die, or this could also cause mental illness later down the road. So looking at this news story, this happened to both Brittany and Ryan. Brittany overdosed 5 times in the course of this time of her doing heroin, and Ryan overdosed 3. It also affects the psychological ways of knowing, because after they got hooked on heroin, they became addicted to it. It takes a lot to quit heroin. For example, like Ryan has been arrested 15 times for stealing. Brittany also stole, and she also did prostitution to get money for the heroin. So this is something that you see a lot, and you just don't believe it could happen to you. So with this being said, like, overdosing is a real thing. CNN had proved this. This was an article by Elizabeth Cohen. She is the senior medical correspondent for CNN. And so it was just amazing, like, how they actually turned their life around and was able to get past this, but they're still going to have issues later down the road with their aging because of what they did in their younger years. So thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Allanee Quick, and I hope you guys have a great night.